I've got to say I'm really surprised by the Prime Minister's attack on the warehouse today. She has said publicly that she is angry at the Red Shed bosses for proposing to cut more than 1,000 jobs when she and her government, according to herself, are prioritising keeping as many individuals employed as possible. And the warehouse group, of course, also took nearly $68 million from the wage subsidy earlier. Now, I'm guessing that the Prime Minister has made a political decision here to do a Shane Jones and try on a bit of big business bashing retail politics. But that was a bad call politically. She's not Shane Jones, wallowing at 2.7% in the polls and desperate for a headline. She's the Prime Minister, and prime ministerial attacks on businesses should be meted out very infrequently, if ever at all. Already, the Prime Minister has a long list of calling out businesses, the Warehouse, Burgerfuel and Air New Zealand, and that's all just within this COVID crisis. Yes, this might play favourably with voters at the moment because of the rally around the flag sentimentalism and because plenty of voters don't understand business and seem to think that the wage subsidy was intended for the warehouse itself rather than the workers. But the Prime Minister should know better than that. What she's done here is betray her own fundamental let's all work 4 days a week lack of understanding of what drives business. She's complained that the warehouse should prioritise staff hire and focus less on the shareholder. Well, that's not how business works. Businesses are not charities. The business sense behind that is deeply flawed. Sometimes it's better to cut 100 jobs and save 900, for example, than to keep all 1,000 on, risk the business itself and then lose them all eventually anyway. Through this public rebuke, the Prime Minister's also essentially warned other big businesses to be careful about redundancies lest they earn a rebuke too. I tell you what I'm hearing from those involved in big business in this country is a deep frustration with this government, their lack of understanding and their tin ear to please. And what just happened will not make that better. We are going into an economic downturn and we're going to look to and lean on big business to help us out of this. It'd be in the government's best interests to keep them as friends, not make enemies out of them.